Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina inaugurates Hajj and Umrah fair, saying strict action will be taken against the concerned Hajj agency if any Hajj pilgrim is harassed. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina asks competent authorities to execute the Kuwaiti proposal to set up a petroleum refinery in Bangladesh. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid returns home after a health checkup in London. People have rejected BNP time and again for its negative politics in the past, says Obaidul Qadir. UN General Assembly adopts resolution calling for repatriation of the Rohingya sheltered in Bangladesh. Republicans take control of the U.S. House of Representatives in the midterm elections. And 3 days to go before the World Cup Football Qatar 2022 kicks off as Argentina beat UAE by 5-0 in a practice match. Assalamu alaikum, this is Kimi Orin welcoming you to News at 10 on BTV and BTV World. You have just heard the highlights, now onto the details.
তোমরা জানো তোমাদের আমি ভালোবাসি আর আমিও জানি তোমরা আমাকে ভালোবাসো তোমাদের কাছে আমার একটা অনুরোধ রইল যেদিন তোমরা যদি সন্দেহ করো যে আমার ভালোবাসার মধ্যে কোনো কৃপণতা আছে সেদিন আমি বলে দিও আমি চিরদিন তোমাদের বিদায় নিয়ে যাব আমি সব ত্যাগ করতে পারি তোমাদের ভালোবাসা আমি ত্যাগ করতে পারি না
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has urged all to resist misinterpretation of Islam carried out by evil forces and eradicate darkness, illiteracy, discord, violence, terrorism and militancy from the society, being imbued with the essence of the religion of peace. The Premier made this call while addressing the national level Hajj and Umrah Management Conference 2022 and opening ceremony of Hajj and Umrah Fair at Bangabandhu International Conference Center, organized by Hajj Agencies Association of Bangladesh. Sheikh Hasina said, Father of the nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman has done a lot for Islam in the country, and as his successor, her government is working relentlessly to uphold the spirit of Islam and for the welfare of the people. She said, Islam is the best religion in the world, but this holy religion is sometimes exposed to criticism due to few militants. The Prime Minister said, her government has adopted zero-tolerance policy towards militancy to uphold the peaceful glory of holy Islam by keeping the country free from militancy.
আগামী বছর হযরত শাহজালাল আন্তর্জাতিক বিমানবন্দর ঢাকা থেকে শতভাগ হজযাত্রী মক্কা রোড সার্ভিসের আওতায় সৌদি পর্বে ইমিগ্রেশন ঢাকায় সম্পন্ন করবারও প্রস্তুতি গ্রহণ করা হয়েছে। দীর্ঘ সময় ধরে ক্ষমতা আছি বলে এখন আমরা বিশ্বমানের উন্নতি হজ ব্যবস্থায় করতে পেরেছি এবং হজ ব্যবস্থাপনা আমরা সৃষ্টি করতে পেরেছি। হজ কার্যক্রমে অব্যবস্থাপনা, অনিয়ম, অসদাচরণের অভিযোগের প্রতিকার হয়েছে। হজ যাত্রীদের সঙ্গে কোনো এজেন্সি প্রতারণা বা হয়রানি করলে সেই এজেন্সির বিরুদ্ধে বিভিন্ন প্রশাসনিক ব্যবস্থাও গ্রহণ করা হচ্ছে। আগামী দিনগুলোতেও আল্লাহর ঘরে মেহমানদের যারা হয়রানি করবে তাদেরকে কঠোর শাস্তির সম্মুখীন হতে হবে, এটা মনে রাখতে হবে। ইসলাম শান্তির ধর্ম। আসুন আমরা সকলে ইসলামের মর্মবাণীকে অন্তরে ধারণ করে সমাজ থেকে অন্ধকার, অশিক্ষা, বিভেদ, হানাহানি, সন্ত্রাস, কুসংস্কার, জঙ্গিবাদ নির্মূল করি এবং ইসলামের অপব্যাখ্যাকারী শক্তিকে প্রতিরোধ করি। কিছু জঙ্গিবাদের কারণে আজকে অনেক সমালোচনার সম্মুখীন হতে হয়, সেটা যাতে না হয় এবং ইসলাম ধর্মের মর্মবাণী যেন মানুষ পেতে পারে সেই ব্যবস্থাটা আছে। হজ ব্যবস্থাপনায় বাংলাদেশ সৌদি আরবের যে প্রশংসা পেয়েছে সেটা যেন অব্যাহত থাকে, সেটাই আমি চাই। সেখানে যারাই যাবেন, যে দেশেই যাবেন, আমার এটাই বক্তব্য থাকবে, সেই দেশের আইন কানুন নিয়ম মেনে চলতে হবে। কাজে সৌদিতে যারা থাকবেন অবশ্যই সৌদি আইন, নিয়ম, কানুন এগুলি সকলকে মানতে হবে এবং মেনে চলতে হবে এবং সম্পর্কে জানতে হবে।
The function was also addressed by State Minister for Civil Aviation and Tourism Mohammad Mahbub Ali, State Minister for Religious Affairs Mohammad Faridul Haq Khan, Secretary Qazi Inamul Hassan, Saudi Ambassador to Bangladesh Isa bin Yusuf Al Dahilan, and HAB President M. Shahadat Hussein Taslim. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina urged Singaporean entrepreneurs to make larger investment in Bangladesh's economic zones as Singapore expressed eagerness to work together on sustainable and renewable energy alongside exploring new areas of cooperation. The Prime Minister expressed her invitation when Singapore's Minister for Transport and Minister in charge of Trade Relations S. Ishwaran paid a courtesy call on her at Gonul Bhavan this morning. Press Secretary Ihsanul Karim briefed the newsmen after the meeting. During the meeting, the Premier also stressed the need for establishing agro-processing industries in the economic zones. Besides, they discussed the 50 years of diplomatic relations between the two countries. The Singaporean minister said both Singapore and Bangladesh can work together to explore new areas of cooperation and set up a joint working group to find out potential areas. He highly appreciated the development of Bangladesh, saying Bangladesh has advanced strongly under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. The Prime Minister also praised the development of Singapore. Ambassador-at-Large M. Ziauddin and Senior Secretary to the Prime Minister's Office Mohammad Tofazul Hossain Mia were present. Earlier, Kuwait Ambassador to Bangladesh Faisal Mutlaq Al-Adwani paid a courtesy call on Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Press Secretary Ihsanul Karim said during the meeting, the Prime Minister asked the authorities concerned to implement the Kuwait's proposal to set up petroleum refinery in Bangladesh. Kuwait Prime Minister Sheikh Sabah Khalid Al-Hamad Al-Sabah expressed interest to build a petroleum refinery in Bangladesh during a bilateral meeting with Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on the sidelines of United Nations General Assembly session last year. Sheikh Hasina also instructed to hold the Bangladesh-Kuwait Joint Commission meeting at the quickest possible time. The Kuwait envoy apprised the Premier that the Joint Commission's Foreign Minister-level meeting will be held in Kuwait soon. The Prime Minister said her government has already allocated a land for establishing the refinery. She thanked the Kuwaiti government for taking special care of Bangladesh military contingent and Bangladesh expatriate workers. During the meeting, the Premier said Bangladesh and Kuwait have special relations, adding Kuwaiti people are in the hearts of Bangladeshi people. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid returned home from London after his medical checkup. A VVIP flight of Biman Bangladesh Airlines carrying the President landed at Hazrat Shahjaal International Airport at 11:05 a.m. this morning. Liberation War Affairs Minister A.K. Muzammal Haq, British High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Cabinet Secretary, Chiefs of the three services, Principal Coordinator for SDGs at the Prime Minister's Office, Foreign Secretary, Home Secretary, IGP and high military and civil officials welcomed the President at the VVIP lounge of the airport. Medical checkup of the President has been conducted at BOPA Cromwell and Moorfields Eye Hospital in London and Mayo Clinic Hospital in Berlin of Germany. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid went to Germany for medical checkup on 29 October. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has said people have rejected BNP time and again for its previous negative activities. He said this in a statement today, responding to the comments of BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. Obaidul Qadir said BNP, which was rejected by people, went for terrorism in the past to avenge, and the government tried to save people from it. Referring to Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir's comment that their rallies were peaceful and the government did not put any obstructions, the Awami League General Secretary said the government, however, was alert to check terrorist activities. Obaidul Qadir, also Road Transport and Bridges Minister, said the BNP carried out repressions on people at different times to cling to power illegally. Obaidul Qadir recalled the regime of the BNP between 2001 and 2006 and said that as many as 21,000 leaders and activists of Awami League were killed during the time. In addition, the brutal August 21 grenade attack also occurred during the rule of BNP, he added. One dengue patient died, while 685 patients were admitted to different hospitals across the country during the past 24 hours. A press release of the Directorate of Health Services said as many as 353 dengue patients were hospitalized in Dhaka city and 332 patients were admitted to hospitals outside Dhaka during the past 24 hours. The daily statement of the DGHS said a total of 217 people died from dengue disease between January 1 and November 17. Meanwhile, no more died and 38 people were infected by COVID-19 in the past 24 hours. The infection rate is 1.22%. Industries Minister Nurul Majid Mamun Humayun has sought assistance from Japan to set up an urea fertilizer production unit like Ghorashal Polash area fertilizer industry at Ashugond in Brahmanbaria. He sought the assistance when Japanese ambassador to Bangladesh Ito Naoki called on him at the Industries Ministry at Motijil in the capital today. The Japanese ambassador gave assurance for setting up such fertilizer industry. He also presented some alternative proposal for setting up the treatment, storage and disposal facility TSDF or sheep reprocessing facilities at Mirashora and Chitagundu areas in Chattogram. Recalling the historic friendship between Bangladesh and Japan, the Industries Minister said Japan government is providing important contribution in socio-economic development and industrialization in Bangladesh. Additional Secretary of the Industries Ministry Sheikh Foizul Amin and Chairman of Bangladesh Chemical Industries Corporation BCIC Shah Mohammad Imdadul Haq among others were present on the occasion. Prime Minister's private industry and investment advisor Salman F. Rahman has said both Bangladesh and Singapore are working towards boosting trade investment and implementing a free trade agreement FTA between them. The advisor was talking to reporters after a meeting with the visiting Transport and Commerce Minister of Singapore S. Ishwarun at Bangladesh Investment and Development Authority BIDA today. During the meeting, Salman F. Rahman also stressed on expanding investment in renewable energy and developing new avenues of collaboration between the two friendly countries. Executive Chairman of Bangladesh Investment Development Authority Bida Lokman Hussein Mia, Executive Chairman of Bangladesh Economic Zone Authority BEZA Sheikh Yusuf Harun and High Commissioner of Singapore to Dhaka, along with senior government officials of the two countries were present at the meeting. State Minister for Foreign Affairs Muhammad Shahriar Alam has said Bangladesh can be a bridge between East and West in the aftermath of LDC graduation. He said this at a national seminar on LDC graduation organized by the Support to Sustainable Graduation Project SSGP of Economic Relations Division ERD in Dhaka today. Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister and the Chair of the National Committee on LDC Graduation, Dr. Ahmed Kaikos, chaired the closing session of the event. Speaking on the occasion, Principal Secretary said, Bangladesh's economy is now strong and one of our greatest strengths in our huge domestic demand and supply. ERD Secretary Ms. Sharifa Khan and UN Resident Coordinator in Bangladesh Ms. Gwen Lewis spoke on the occasion. Speakers at the seminar called for pursuing GSP Plus facility in the EU market following the withdrawal of the DFQF facility in the EU market under the Everything But Arms EBA scheme. Bollywood actress and dance artist Noura Fatihi is arriving in Dhaka tomorrow. The Information Broadcasting Minister has given approval to her to take part in a documentary with 5 conditions. Noura Fatihi will be present at the Global Achievers Award program at Boshundhara International Convention Hall 2 and take part in the documentary as well as handing over awards to the successful entrepreneurs. The Bollywood actress will take part in documentary titled Women Empowerment in Bangladesh, organized by the Women Leadership Corporation. Noura Fatihi is a recent sensation in Bollywood who also acts in South Indian films and takes part in wealthy shows. To end the bulletin, headlines once again. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina inaugurates Hajj and Umrah fair, saying strict action will be taken against the concerned Hajj agency if any Hajj pilgrim is harassed. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina asked competent authorities to execute the Kuwaiti proposal to set up a petroleum refinery in Bangladesh. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid returns home after a health checkup in London. People have rejected BNP time and again for its negative politics in the past, says Obaidul Qadir. UN General Assembly adopts resolution calling for repatriation of the Rohingya sheltered in Bangladesh. Republicans take control of the U.S. House of Representatives in the midterm elections. And 3 days to go before the World Cup Football Qatar 2022 kicks off as Argentina beat UAE by 5-0 in a practice match. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us, and we request you to follow health guidelines. Wear masks and stay safe from Corona. Khuda Hafiz.